All right, I'm on day number 5, finishing the week of building my first online course. So it's been very exciting. Ran into quite a few little snags and things getting it set up. Starting next week, things should be flowing a lot quicker, just because you got to set up the essentially the website, the membership site. You got to set up figure out how the blogs are going to go. Just there's so much little extra side work that's required to get up and going. So once I get through this week, which I will have to spend some time tomorrow finishing things up. Essentially, my goal is to spend 2 hours a day putting in the work, but and to do that 5 days a week. So I'm going to give myself weekends off. However, my non-negotiable is that I will get one course up a week. So if that means I got to spend more time, then I will. And one way I'm looking at it is like, the better I get at this, the quicker I'll be able to repeat the same quality that I'm putting in this week. So that means I can make even better quality. In other words, I have in my mind, like right now I'm working on my ebook part of it. That's what I'm going to give as my, what they call a lead magnet, is something that's a piece of free content to show people kind of a little bit of what the course is about. And so in my mind, I have how I want the ebook to look, and I want it to look pretty freaking awesome. And I've been working on getting the template all set up, and I could do it, but it would take probably a good number of extra hours over this weekend. And that would be great. That would be fine. But I also want a breather. I've got a lot. In fact, I'll go into that in a second. We got a lot that we got to prepare for right now. So anyway, so my goal is to be able to, for the most part, be done with all the work that I do 5 days a week for 2 hours on this course. And so I am going to spend time over the weekend, but I'm going to kind of lower my expectations for the ebook. Oh, this is a nice area. Lower my expectations for my ebook for this week, and then the time that I will get and the speed at which I'll be able to create the next course, I'll be able to really make the ebook look nice. And I can always go back and pretty up the one I'm working on now. But all that aside, so let me tell you, I actually meant to talk about this yesterday. So, we've been under a lockdown for about a month, kind of a month and a half-ish, depending on what you consider a lockdown. Full lockdown, about a month. And anyway, they're now talking about gyms reopening. And one of my mentors, in fact, the guy that I bought the Fighting Fit gym from, he invited me onto one of his coaching calls with his main group of guys to discuss reopening. And man, like I knew that we're kind of going in that direction. I knew we were kind of coming to the end of all this craziness, but that kind of lit a fire under me. It's like, oh crap, like we gotta get things set in place, because the way I look at it is it's sort of like 52 card pickup. When we can reopen, whoever is first to reopen, whoever's the fastest, whoever has the best offer, basically there's so many people that are without a gym right now, that right now it should be the easiest time to get people who maybe were going to another gym, but that gym hasn't opened back up yet or whatever, to then jump over with us. So now is the time when we might be able to pick up a lot of low-hanging fruit, a lot of clients that normally would already have a gym membership and already be attending. So we're trying to come up with how we're going to roll out our reopening so that we can really maximize it, and at the same time not shoot ourselves in the foot, because obviously you can also roll out so fast that you don't really cross your T's and dot your I's, and then get a lot of pushback from the community. And well, we thrive on being a positive influence in our community. So we got to keep that in mind too. Although, there's always going to be the naysayers, and we got to be okay that there's going to be some people that are saying we're opening, we shouldn't open so early, even if we're given permission. But hey, it is what it is. There's always going to be people out there, and they wouldn't be our demographic anyway. We're not looking for people that live life in fear anyway. So, but going back to the online course, which that's going to be a big stressor on my time, is trying to really put a bunch of energy into reopening while also keeping my commitment to the course creation. So these videos should help keep me accountable and keep me from kind of easing off. These videos to myself, nobody really watches them, but that's all right. I'll go back and watch them. I was actually thinking of doing this. We were at Lowe's today, and I thought of actually pulling out the camera and doing a video there, just because it's crazy to see people in masks, and I had to wear a mask, and I don't know, it's a bit of history. It would have been cool to have a video. It just kind of shows what life was like during this time, because we forget very quickly. But anyway, I'm excited about my course. I'm excited about, I've been practicing improving my ability to speak towards, there's a saying that is, if you can speak somebody's problem better than they can themselves, then they automatically assume that you have the answer. Now, you actually want to also have the answer, but one of the key skills in marketing is, when you create a product, learning to be able to communicate directly to the person who would most benefit from that product. And so I've been inside of one of my groups. I'm not getting a ton of traction in the group. It's crazy. I have a Facebook group where we actually get, people are so active in it. And if it was the only Facebook group that I've ever launched, I would be like, man, I'm a natural at getting good engagement on Facebook groups. But then I've got another group that I kind of started up with somebody, and that one gets pretty decent engagement. I'm not as active on it anymore, but I was kind of like, yeah, I did a good job. Then I started another one just by myself related to martial arts. It's called Martial Arts Austin, although I'll be changing the name eventually. And man, I just feel like, I haven't put in the time that I need to, but I feel like I'm not getting any traction. It's kind of a little humbling that it's like, oh dang, like, I don't know what it is, but I'm not communicating to my audience. I'm not as gifted at creating an engaging group as I thought I was. But I think what it is I just need to be very active in there and sharing my message. And right now I probably got a lot of people in there who don't quite connect with me. And the only way to change that is to keep speaking my experiences and my message, and then let people kind of weed themselves out, and let those who resonate with it kind of self-select me and go in and choose that group. Right now it's just called Martial Arts Austin, and so that attracts a wide range of people. And yet, I'm only going to connect with a certain amount of people. And so I can try and find a better name, but I can also just be as active as possible and let people decide, like, if they resonate with me or not. And over time, I'll get my tribe built inside of there. And also right now it kind of gives me practice, because I'm not a great communicator yet. And I'm kind of saying stuff where I'm kind of like, I listen to it and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of embarrassed to have that be, like I'll stumble over my words or whatnot. And so I'm kind of okay that it's a lot of people that aren't my exact tribe, because I want to get my communication skills down a little bit better before I really start pulling people in, so that I can kind of put my best foot forward in front of them. So anyway, today I'll be working on the ebook. I got my 3 blog articles finished, and I'm going to try and put them together into an ebook today. So awesome. Bye-bye.